Okay, so this is a quick video showing off my son. I had a buddy of mine that requested this, specifically the skimmer, and how that's working for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off the tripod real quick. And so here's a skimmer. This is about a day and a half, maybe 2 days worth of skimmate. Pretty dark yellow-ish. I recently just turned up the adjustment nozzle here, just a slight turn more towards 4. You can see where my notch is at. It's right there between 3 and 4. A little bit closer to 4, like 3.8, I guess I would if I had to give it a number. But it's working pretty well. It's pulling out some really nasty stuff. I've only emptied the collection cup once because when I first installed it, I had this all the way at like 6, and it just filled the cup pretty quick. So I did that. It is drilled for a external container, but I'm not going to use that. I've seen people empty their systems with that, and I'd rather not. So here's the chamber with all the bubbles in it. Pump's relatively silent. I get a slight bit of humming noise, but that's mostly because the top of the skimmer rests right on my center brace for the stand, and you can see right there. And so most of the humming is just from that. It's just the vibration traveling up the skimmer and then vibrating against the wood. So you'll see the output of my skimmer right here. Pretty much no bubbles that are coming out. You can see a couple of them right about here. But if I go over to where my return pump is, most of those bubbles are either popped by some, something or other. And my return pump does have a small sponge on the intake that eliminates most of that, I would assume. I have a gravity-fed auto top-off, a power bar over there. I am getting a Reef Keeper light. It just came in today, and I still have to program it, so the second bar will go over here, and then I might add a third 2x4 to place a third bar, so that the stuff that's over here, like my ballast and everything, can all be inside the stand. I think that'd be pretty cool. I have like a small thermometer right here, and just to show you how the sump works. So the water goes in from a flex tubing hose. I have a small bag of carbon in here and a little bit more carbon over there. I was going through a bit of a tank crash, if you will. A couple corals started dying on me, so I added that to kind of stop most of the death that was happening. And I do have some live rock rub over here. Let me bring you up to the tank, show you what I was talking about. So up here you'll see this Duncan. You'll see that there's some a skeleton that is starting to show. I'm not going to take this coral out of the tank until it does die, because I've had some LPS that have looked pretty bad on me before that came back. So I'm going to leave that one in here. There's a second Duncan that's not doing so hot. If you watch the video before this, Aaron, you'll see that these zoos were not as open as they are in this video, as well as these blue ones right here. They are opening quite a bit more than they had been before. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus on this. And probably not. Maybe. Yeah, the way the light shimmers off the tank really messes up the autofocus, but these two weren't doing so good, and this toadstool was just completely closed in that video. If you look now, it's open nice and pretty, and it is just one of those things where the toadstool will close up for a couple days and then just slosh off all of its the mucus on its skin, and that's just what it does. These zoos were not as open as they are in this video. So basically every coral that I was kind of worried about is doing very well now. There's just those green ones. You can see some polyp extension on... Actually, let me switch to macro so you can see some